Well, hello there, Internet. Shut the hell up. Alright, look, hey, where am I looking? First, coffee. Coffee's a must. Big ass coffee, thank you. Super light and sweet, super strong. And a straw, gotta have a straw. Okay, this is a Rogue neck, which the guitar was actually new. I've done a bunch of a bunch of grinding on the back, getting the old finish off, lightening it up. It's very thick, very heavy. Well, not thick, but a solid sort of heavy. Sort of, you know, I'm pretty sure this is real hard rock maple, although it's probably imported to China for that. It might be a Chinese equivalent of hard rock maple. As you can tell, I'm going to take the headstock off. And why, you might ask? Does anybody remember this one? This was an actual two-piece drop-top quilt maple that I had bought the pieces, and I don't know, probably 40, 60, 80 bucks, I don't know what. I think it was like 40 to 60 bucks for two pieces of quilt maple. You can see the line, see? Actually, even here, but the pickup ring covers that. 1/4-inch quilt maple. Where can you see the... Yeah, there it is. And this was actually the Rogue body. Cheap as heck and messed up that I had to redo this on it and everything. Anyway, I put in this neck that I got from eBay. Now look at these things. I mean, that doesn't really bug the hell out of me, but see how this space? No space. Less space? Less space. Lots of space? Less space. I mean, it's just kind of wonky all the way up, and I could care less. I mean, that's not going to catch my attention that badly, even though it is messed up. But I ground the hell of these with the 14-inch radius block. I mean, really took them down to almost flat somewhat. And it still is wonky. It's still not good. I mean, if I could get it where it's flat and it works good, then I just crown the hell out of them. But I'm not wasting my diamond fret crowning file on this piece of... It's not worth it. It's junk. Plus, it had a paddle headstock, which was big, heavy, 1/2 inch. I still have the piece that I cut off over there of the maple. And, I mean, it was thick. I just took down the volute. It was a fender style, so it used to come back and go parallel. Well, of course, I cut that all off, and you can see where the parallel kind of ended there. And I built it up, and anyway, that's cedar and cedar. And I took this thing. It was very, very neck heavy. I made the body, obviously. It was the Rogue body, believe it or not, to start out. So certain parts might have actually been... I think the Rogue had a regular trim, a cheap trim. But, anyway, I digress. The headstock looks alright. So I'm going to cut the headstock off. I'm going to put it onto this one somehow. I'm going to lose the quilt, unfortunately, because this quilt looks really good. But I don't see a way of saving that. I have a little more quilt elsewhere. And I'm going to cut this, pop this, and cut this up, whatever I have to do, police frets, take a router, even a trim router, any kind of router. Ow! Bam! And just cut, cut in here, and in here. Inside about 1/8 of an inch all around, inside the entire pocket, until I can just break this out. Because it's not worth saving. Even when I got this shipped to me, this fret was banged up. The whole fretboard had been broken and chipped up. I ground it down and replaced this piece. This was broken. Can't see it now. Is there any way to see that now? Is there a way to get light on that? Not really, but that piece of binding was broken there. Here. That piece of binding was broken there. You can tell I tried to do the edge of these frets and tried a lot of stuff to make it workable, but it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to replace this neck, I think, with that one. At least that's the thing. Oh, another thing about these Rogues. See how the back has that? It stops there, has the screw holes there, and then I put a block of poplar. I think that's poplar. It might be maple. I think it's poplar on the back because they're just weird like that. They had that much, what's that, 3 frets of overhang. It's just lame. Like that's not happening. So I glued that, and that's pretty sturdy. That's pretty strong right there. I'm gonna, set it in here. Or if the Ibanez nectar comes as garbage, or I don't like it. See, this one had strings on it, so I know it works. Even though, look at all the tooling. Look at the edge of the tooling there. Just filler. That's Rogue. That's a cheap. I don't mind that, though. I mean, that's the least of my problems. And it has the last and the first. I really like that. I wish they were reversed, because I'd make a concrete sledge. Anyway, now I'm just babbling. This is this, and this is what I'm going to do. We'll see what happens.